Okay, so yesterday I told you I was going to talk about this generator today. 2 days ago I talked about this generator, and yesterday I got distracted by manipulators. But I made this, cut this bucket out, a little kitty litter bucket. And the idea is I'm going to slide this on. I showed you in yesterday's video that I just slide it on over the top of the generator here. And my goal is to do two things really, is help keep the wind from blowing right on this. It's only going to suck the wind that it needs. It doesn't go all the way down. It goes down about, I don't know, maybe right here. So it'll still be able to get airflow through it. And then the second thing is I'm hoping to create an air pocket up here at the top of the bucket that will hold some heat in. Not a lot. I'm just hoping for a little bit extra when we get down to these, zero temperatures. It's gonna be tough on the oil. The oil doesn't ever warm up, so it just accumulates water and gasoline in the oil itself and never burns off. It's got to get up to temperature to burn that off, so it turns acidic and starts to pit your bearings. So when these things are manufactured, they're manufactured in environments of 70 degrees. So, of course, when I talked about all that in the video about oil, and I'm trying to keep it warm, I'm running it on high, the eco off, so it's at full RPMs. Of course, I use more gas, but I'd rather use more gas than burn up my generator. And the only time you should run the eco on is in the summertime, where the RPMs will drop back down when there's no load on it. But run that little space heater up there for 70 watts, there's no load on this. So I'm just trying to preserve this, and I've learned a lot. So of course, as soon as I made that video, all the Honda fanatics came out, and I'm really tired of the Honda fanatics. You are spending $1,000 to $1,200 for nothing. You're not gaining anything. You might be gaining something over this cheap $250 Chinese built machine, but you're not gaining anything over the Champion. The Champion's around $500, roughly $500 to $600. And if you don't get the propane, it's like $400 to $500. So depends on what you want to get. Honda doesn't have a propane. And that's one of the things that I complain about with Honda. Honda, ever since I remember, has been $1,000 or $1,200. It's always been there. And they have done nothing to upgrade it, nothing. Oh, you get a neat little phone app to monitor its systems, I guess. But even the Champions are starting to come out with little windows on it now where you can monitor. Even this ASUP came up with where you can monitor hertz, volts, and run hours. So even these cheap ones are starting to catch up with Honda. So, for example, Champion came out with propane. They put a carburetor in it. Honda has not. But Champion didn't raise their prices. Well, they raised $100, but they didn't really raise their prices. And that comes installed. The only way you can do it with Honda is get a Honda generator and then buy their kit. That's the only way you can make a propane Honda generator is to, well, I mean, you can buy your own kit, but it doesn't matter. You have to buy the kit separately. You don't have to do that. The thing is, this Champion has worked so hard to catch up with Honda and keep their prices low that in my opinion, Champion now is the superior model. Honda has done no improvements on it. Now, people will argue, oh, but it's tighter tolerances and all that. And okay, that's fine. But when we're talking about oil and maintenance, when people buy a Honda, they just assume, oh, I only have to change oil every 100 hours. I don't have to worry about anything else. And even in extreme conditions, it's fine. It's a Honda. Well, extreme conditions also means zero temperatures. So some guy said, no, it's much better to run the Honda on Eco than it would be to run it on high. You don't need to run a Honda on high. Well, funny, Honda actually makes a heater that you can buy and install into your Honda to heat it while you're running it. So if you don't need to run it on high, then you better buy that heater. I just tell you, people are just so freaked out about it. So when you buy a Honda, oh, I only need to change the oil 100 hours because it's got tight tolerances. It's fine. Well, the tight tolerances are probably actually a hindrance in cold weather. When you have loose tolerances like that, you know, those tight tolerances require the expansion, the heat to expand those bearings and different things to give it a little bit of room so the oil actually gets into them. But when you have looser tolerances, it's more forgiving to let the oil in. So you may actually be damaging it. Many of the components in all these generators are similar, or not similar, are basically the same thing. For example, I told you about the crankcase vent tube in that last video. It can ice up in these cold temperatures. As the moisture starts to burn off in the crankcase, it comes up in that vent and starts to ice up in the clog, and you'll blow out a seal. Now, it can't happen to a Honda. Well, yeah, it does happen to Honda because it's the same identical setup as this. Same vent tube. I looked. This is actually set up like a Honda. The control panel and the choke and all of it is exactly like the Honda. It actually has a fuel pump on this. Champion doesn't have a fuel pump. It's gravity drain. This one has a fuel pump just like Honda. So this is basically a Honda unit. It's a clone is what it is. So when you buy a Honda, in my mind, you're just spending an extra $500–700 on a generator for what? Well, I got on AI trying to find if there was any advantages to having a Honda. And it said, well, yeah, there's some advantages. Okay, what is it? Tight tolerances. Okay, well, I already debunked the tight tolerances. And then it said brand recognition. Well, I recognize Champion just fine. And then it said that it's 2 decibels quieter. And I said, so what's the difference between 2 decibels? And AI literally said, this was its reply. I thought it was hilarious. Well, Honda's like a whisper, and a Champion is a slightly louder whisper. Yep, that's about what it is. I had a Champion, the old style Champion, one's in the cubes, sitting right next to a Honda, and I couldn't tell the difference. They sounded exactly the same. So you really can't tell. One of the campsites that we were at, I walked away from the campsites, and there was a Honda sitting, I don't know, 2 or 3 campsites down from us. So he was running his and I was running mine. Mine was outside, his was in the back of his car. He had the hatchback up. So it was kind of muffling the sound, I guess, I don't know. But I walked out and I tried to see if I could really see hear the difference between the two. And really I couldn't. And like I said, his was in the car, so it was, to me, being muffled. So I don't see a big, huge difference. I said, so what is the real difference? Once I argued all this stuff, and it says, well, when you go to a tailgate, you get the privilege of showing off your red Honda. And it's a real status symbol at the tailgate. Everybody loves the Honda. Well, okay, that's great. I said, I know this is going to sound stupid, but I find that more people like the yellow and black colors on the Ace Up and the Champion than they do the red of the Honda. I mean, if you look at the red of Honda and you look at that, in my opinion, that looks better. That's just me. But I know a lot of people think the same thing. And AI said, well, actually, the yellow and black color is more associated in the brain as a good, reliable tool. DeWalt uses red and black. So when you think about tools, you know, powered equipment, good, reliable, that color comes to mind. And Champion is taking advantage of that. So is Ace Up. And they're recognizing that Honda is just a status symbol. It's not really a good quality tool. It's just a good quality name brand. I know somebody's going to say, well, that's just not true. It's a better quality. But I've not seen it. I've not heard anybody. The thing is people say, oh, they'll last 10,000 hours. Unlikely. You could probably get one to last 10,000 hours, but you would have to be doing maintenance like I'm doing. And it's just not there. When it says to do an oil change in the Honda instruction manual, take a look at, you know, how often you're supposed to change the oil at 11 degrees. Guess what? It doesn't say it. But you have to. You can send these out to labs. It costs you like $50 to send it out to the lab. You take that oil out of that Honda and you take that oil out of here. You run the same amount of time, same oil, same everything. And you're going to find the same problems with the oil when you're running 11 degrees. It's identical. You don't change physics simply because you change your name brand. The physics is still there. You got to change the oil regularly, and you got to try to get it to heat up. Somebody said that, you know, like I said, with Honda, you don't have to run it on with eco off. It'll do fine without it. But you're not heating it up. You're going to freeze it up. You're going to actually, this would last longer doing what I'm doing than your Honda. Getting back to the color, and AI said this, and I didn't even think about it. AI said you probably would prefer to walk out in the middle of the night to fill up the gas tank, which sometimes you got to do that, and be able to see the machine because it's yellow and you're not tripping over it, than walking out here looking for a red machine. Or if it's covered up in snow, you're going to see this. It's one of the things that you see, you know, they wear those yellow vests out on the roads. Orange vest, yellow vest. They're bright colors, not the dull red. So there's just a lot of arguments against Honda in my mind, simply because it's so expensive. Okay, you're doubling the price of a Honda. So you would think you would get double the quality out of a Honda. And you don't. You get about, I don't know, 10% more quality. You're definitely paying for the brand name. You're not paying for the quality. And like I said, when you compare it to a Champion, in my mind now, Champion is just a better brand of generator. These inverter generators. One of the arguments was, well, you can't get an inverter. You can't get, you know, it's all dirty electricity with the other generators. No, they all use the same board. The same inverter board is being used basically in all the generators now. They're all being produced by the same manufacturer. So they're all the same clean energy. I look at the hertz, which is what you're talking about, the clean energy, and it's consistent, 60 hertz, and sometimes it'll go up 61 hertz. The voltage on this actually does better than Honda, based on what I saw on Project Farm. When I put a load on that, the volts go from 124 down to 120. Never gets below 120. With a Honda, it goes from 120 to 117 and back up. So you actually have a voltage drop on that, and over time that's going to hurt your equipment, that, you know, your appliances that you're running. So if you'll click this up next box, take the video while I was working on something on my other channel. Really appreciate it. Go check it out. So I hope I can inspire you to really analyze what you're buying. Maybe the name brand isn't the way to go, so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.